From Kecoughtan High School, WHCS Cable Channel 46 presents Peninsula District Boys Basketball. The Bethel Bruins visiting the Kecoughtan Warriors. Good evening, everybody. I'm Tim Cole along with Bob Hintz and Bob Killen. We welcome you to Kecoughtan High School for this game between the Warriors and the Bruins. We are seeing the introduction of the Warriors as we speak. We'll give you those starting lineups.
Number 32, Willie Sherman.
I'll be able to hear the PA announcer, Willie Sherman.
Brian Walter.
They've already introduced the Bruins, and they were number 5, Jason Price, number 11, Philip Carlton, number 12, Wendell Johnson, number 23, Timothy Smith, and number 34, Reginald Proctor.
And there you see the Warriors, Mark Harper, Jamar Booth, Derek Fenner, Willie Sherman, and Brian Walter with head coach Revis Conrad. And of course, Craig Breon is the head coach for the Bethel Bruins. And there we are.
And there's a good shot of us.
Well, I don't know if a good shot is the right thing, but there's a shot of us.
Well, what did you tell Braxton? There's no good shots?
That's right.
Well, that was with Braxton.
With Braxton. You just got to work with what you got.
All right, very good. And who we got sponsoring tonight's game?
This game is brought to you by Wood Funeral Home, where Richard Pulley is the funeral director, and by Zooms with 5 convenient Hampton locations. Our officials for tonight's contests, Ray Goodwin and Calvin Thomas is about to throw the ball up, and I'll give you the other official's name. There it is, Tom McDonald. And right off the jump, the ball is tipped in by the Warriors.
That was a nice tip in.
Is that Willie Sherman, 32?
Well, you give it to Reginald Proctor.
Proctor?
Yeah. Walter's got a nice shot, Tim.
That is Brian Walter with number 44 in his back, headed your direction as the Warriors tie it up 2-all.
Jason Price bringing the ball, and we saw him run backs and punts in football. It's very exciting.
Got a whistle underneath and a traveling violation. Warriors home white uniforms. The Bruins, of course, the visitors in the green with gold stripes.
Warriors doing a lot of jump and run out there. Nice job by Proctor. Proctor's just a junior, but he's been looked at St. Joe's and a couple other colleges.
So Proctor has 4, and it's 4-2 Bethel. This is Mark Harper.
Man to man, nice move inside by Walter. Just couldn't get the roll.
Back comes Bethel. Deep in the corner, too strong. Rebound underneath, and a foul is called against the Warriors. Robert Simmons, his first.
Tim, we will pick a player of the game for both of these teams tonight. Each one will receive a plaque and a shirt. Plaque comes from Buckwalter Engraving, located at Kecoughtan Road. For all your engraving needs, contact Jim at 723-6067. Dave Buckwalter is the owner. And the shirt comes from the Islander Hardware and Sporting Goods. They're located at Kecoughtan. They can meet all your sports needs with a full line of athletic goods, both team and individual, equipment and uniforms, plus screen printing. Call Dave Chubb at 868-8467. John Roberts is the owner.
Quick timeout, a 20-second type, called by Revis Conrad as he wanted to get his team set and adjusted. And they're ready to roll now with 6:42 left in the first period. 8-minute quarters in high school basketball, no shot clock. 10-second timeline. This is Philip Carlton at the free throw line for Bethel. And he rolls that one in.
And hey, the reason that got in, he had nice form, but a good backspin on the ball, and that caused that ball to go in, even though it didn't hit direct center.
Carlton does not have the success on the second one, and the rebound comes off to the Warriors, Robert Simmons.
The Warriors getting ball down the court real quick. Nice block underneath.
And another good block, but this time They say that Proctor got more than just the ball. So Calvin Thomas will tell us that Proctor is called for the foul, his first, and it'll be a 2-shot foul as Derek Fenner will step to the free throw line. Another name we remember from the football season.
Absolutely.
And Fenner cannot hit the first of 2.
Yeah, and it's funny, as much basketball as these young men play, they just don't work real hard on a foul shot. And that is the one shot that you get to shoot that's uncontested.
1 out of 2 for Mr. Fenner, and it makes it a 5-3 game in favor of the Bruins.
The Warriors full court press. Now they're going to trap out of the man-to-man. Nice spin by Price.
Finds the open man in the corner. That is a 2-pointer. The Bruins thought it was a 3, but Johnson will have to settle for a deuce. Shot is partially blocked. Then the stick back is put in by Robert Simmons.
Well, that was a nice feed from number 32. Willie Sherman just passed him the ball because he had the open shot. Quick hands. Sticky man-to-man.
Good position underneath the boards for the Bruins, Philip Carlton.
He did, Timmy. A good job of blocking out. Offensive rebounds. We saw the first game that made a big difference.
Shot from way outside. That was an unusual shot to take. And we've got a drive and a foul.
Well, he was passing the ball, so that'll be a non-shooting foul. I didn't catch who it was on, did you? Here we watch right there, number 14, Tim.
Yep. Simmons called for his second, and then on the inbounds pass, Proctor with the easy deuce.
I'm impressed with Proctor. JMU and Old Dominion are the other 2 teams looking at that young man.
Back come the Bruins, fast breaking, decided to hold it up with a 1-on-3. Good defense.
Good. It was all ball.
And the possession error will give the ball back to the Warriors. Substitutions for Kecoughtan. That's
Marshall Perry coming in, looks like. Who's he replacing?
Well, I didn't see 21. I didn't see 21 on my list.
Yeah, well, you didn't look too good.
I guess not.
Oh, nice pass. One too many passes that time. You didn't get a 21? Comes right after 20.
You must have been out of them when I got my roster. Yeah, I just missed it.
You made a mistake? First time in 91, 99, right?
At least.
That you will admit.
Or in 99, that's the 99th one. I'm not sure which.
Bethel caused a turnover by their full court pressure.
So back come the Bruins, leading 11-5 as we're just inside of 5 minutes remaining in the first period. Shot won't go.
I tell you, real quick is Jason Price.
In the lane, a jumper off the glass, no good. Stick back, no good. And Proctor gets the rebound for the Bruins. Deep in the corner, the shot is good. That was Lamar McTillman.
No, that was number 12, wasn't it? Wendell Johnson. Who did you call on that? Was number 12, Tim, I believe.
Was it 12?
Yeah.
I got so much traffic back and forth.
I know it. That's why I'm trying to help you out because I see this.
Appreciate it.
It's like this is open season on walking in front of the place tonight. We need to get up higher, I think.
I think you're right.
Oh, nice job that
was
time
an
by
excellent
Chris
job.
Willis.
Chris Willis got up high and got the rebound and put it in.
Got a chance to do the old-fashioned three-point play. Both these teams are very scrappy. I went over and watched the Bruins play the other night, and they were playing Phoebus real good. And at the start of the second half, they hit a cold spell, and Phoebus run off 23 unanswered points. And it's hard to get back. And in the fourth quarter, Kecoughtan came back and got within 10. But you just don't spot somebody 23 points very often and can come back. Nice steal by the Warriors.
Willie Sherman stole it but couldn't put it down. And traveling will be the call. .352 left, 13-8 in favor of the Bruins, and they've got the ball.
I tell you, neither one of these teams are allowing any easy passes. Everything is being contested. They're doubling whenever they can.
Three-pointer off the mark. Rebound back for the Warriors. And a pass just a little too hot.
But, Tim, that was a good pass.
It was.
I think the young man just started to go before he really had a hold of it.
Kind of like a wide receiver running with the ball before he puts it away.
Good point.
In and out. Willie Sherman had the rebound and his last touch by a Bruin.
They're allowing a little bit of bumping underneath the basket, which is good. You're going to allow it, let it go the whole game.
The old word we always use when referring to the officials, consistency, and that's been the case so far. Guys, the Stripes have done a good job to this point.
Well, that guy go hit the Papa John's one more time. I'm going to tackle him. We'll show you a nice one-on-one tackle, Tim.
Open field, right? And a travel.
And that was good defense. The Bruins did not go up and try to smack the ball hard, just stood his ground, put his hands up, caused a turnover.
Jeremy Van checks in for the Bruins, replacing Wendell Johnson.
The Warriors are in a 3-1-1 full court press, but the Bruins not having too much trouble with it, but they're getting the ball inside. Sherman, I'm sorry, that wasn't Sherman.
Davis.
That was Davis.
Samuel Davis.
And here we go, strolling by.
Deep in the corner, off the mark.
Nice rebound that time by Hill.
And another offensive board for the Warriors. Stick it up, no good. 3 chances, couldn't get it to go down. There you see the score, 15-8 as the Bruins bring it across the timeline. Jason Price. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in the first period. Jason Price, good
nice
feed.
Pass. And that's a good job that time by number 42, facing with his head up and his hands ready to catch the ball.
Javier Faison with the basket. Baseline and an offensive foul is going to be called against Chris Willis.
Yeah, you can hook your arm and go around. It looks good, it looks easy. But if you do it in front of the official, he's going to catch it.
The old hook and go. Watch the replay here. You saw that easy basket after the good penetration.
Yeah. Well, the press that the Warriors are in, it really looks more like a 1-2-1-1 full court.
There you saw it. That was the replay of the offensive foul. Back to the live action now.
Both these teams very liberal in their substitutions.
Price double team, finds the open man. And I got a traveling call in the lane. Zooms is a good place to go for good food.
I tell you what, I'm going to Zooms when this is over.
5 convenient locations. I wonder if they have some pizza there.
Nice interior pass.
Yes, sir. Good job getting the ball underneath for Sherrod Jones. 17-10. Bruins will bring it across the line. Knocked into the backcourt by the Warriors, so no violation. And knocked away, last touch, they say, by a Bethel Bruin on the baseline.
Number 25, who's running the point guard for the Bethel Bruins, Jeremy Van. I coached a couple of Vans that played basketball for me at Bethel High School. Just wondering if could be a son.
Chris Heath comes in, replacing Marshall Perry for Revis Conrad's Warriors. Less than a minute to go now in the first. 17-footer is good.
No, that's Tyson.
Philip Tyson makes it a 5-point game. The Bruins up by 5, and then the foul on the overly aggressive play by Tamor Crocker. Please go or stay, one of the two. Thank you. Sorry about that.
Not only is she tall, she got a big coat.
Rebound to the Warriors as they look to slice further into that lead. Down by 5.
Nice job, nice touch.
Tamor Crocker makes it a 3-point game. 4 seconds, 3-pointer, good from deep in the corner. Wendell Johnson hits the 3 just before the buzzer. And after 1, our score is Bethel 20 and Kecoughtan 14.
Well, you and I are getting the wrong number because I thought 42 was the one who made that shot.
Watch the replay. Let's see. It was 42. I looked at it. There was 12. Thank you. Thank you for correcting me, sir.
I'm thinking, boy, Mike, I need new glasses or what?
I need glasses I can see out of.
Oh, let me tell you a little bit about the Math Zone. WHCS Channel 46 welcomes you to the Math Zone, a live televised interactive call-in program for students to get help with their math. Join Tyler Elementary teacher Cassandra Hamilton and Davis Middle School teacher Sherry Martin on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 5 to 6:30 p.m. Call 850-5426 and join the Math Zone.
What was that number again if I want to join the Math Zone?
850-5426.
All right, the Bruins will have it to start the second period. They lead by 6. And a traveling call. Mr. Calvin Thomas, whose hair has turned gray while mine has gone away.
So you're just saying, what is better, to go away or to turn gray?
Turn gray. That would be my choice. But the good Lord didn't give me a choice. Warriors now trying to cut that lead back down. They had made it within 3, and then that 3-pointer by Faison just before the buzzer made it 6. Turnover gives the ball back to the Bruins. Jason Price feeds right side off the rim. Back come the Warriors. And that will be a foul on Price, his first. It's a little too aggressive.
Whoa, we just lost power. Now we're back on.
We're back on. They didn't, but we did. This is Crocker. Guarded by Smith. Now he gives to Jan Jones. This is Sherrod Jones, and his pass underneath. Too hot to handle by Crocker. Price in the lane.
Oh, man, he went through about 3 different people to get that shot off. Very good quickness does Jason Price have.
8-point lead for the Bruins. One-hander put up and good by Jan Jones. Three-pointer is off the mark. And back come the Warriors, down by 6. Crocker couldn't hold on to it. Crocker.
But he hung on the rim, but he was trying not to fall. I don't think that should be a technical. He was protecting himself.
So there will be a technical.
Watch the replay. You kind of protect yourself. If he didn't grab it, he would have gone on his head.
Yep.
That's not a good call.
And as they used to say, the Lord knows when the other guy hits the, doesn't hit the technical, see, there is vindication. One out of 2. I was mentioned, someone was telling Bob, wanted me to mention that wanted to commend the police for helping keep the crowd away from the camera people, protecting them and trying to keep us a clear view of everything. And the Kecoughtan staff here, always trying to help us out. We appreciate it.
Yes, they are. We do appreciate that.
Got it at the other end. Derek Fenner with his first bucket.
Well, they just cut that lead to 3 real quick again. Willie Sherman, a little hand checking. They're not going to let that go by. Still nobody is in the bonus, and we got 5:40 to go in the in the second quarter.
I tell you, Kecoughtan is not playing like a 1-6 team. They're playing rather well. And
they played real well against Phoebus, but just that third quarter, they just were like they couldn't buy a basket.
And a traveling call. Kecoughtan 1-6 and 1-6 in the district, while the Bruins are 2-4 in the district, 4-5 overall. This is Jamar Booth in the ball game now for Rivas Conrad's Kecoughtan Warriors. He is picked up by Price. Booth will drive the lane and score.
We got a 1-point game, and you got a trap going on.
Warriors up by, the Bruins up by 1. Price has it knocked away, but it's knocked out of bounds by the Warriors.
Derek Fenner did a good job coming up and double teaming.
5:06 to go in the half. I want to thank Wood Funeral Home, where Richard Pulley is the funeral director, for their sponsorship again here on Channel 46. Price off the mark. Willie Sherman with the board for Kecoughtan.
You know, they need to go more inside to Proctor, number 34. When he's in the ball game, he is real impressive underneath that basket.
Now, can you guys move down and move out? Thank you. I don't know. I didn't get a chance to see what happened.
You just kind of draw people.
That must be. Here's the replay. I get a chance to see what happened on the replay.
They had a foul. I'm not sure who it was on.
Well, we'll find out here in a minute. The basket counts, but we didn't see the.
We just lost the foul. Just lost a player.
Fenner with a chance for the three-point play. No good. And the Bruins control it. So it remains a 1-point lead now for the Warriors. That basket put them in front.
Not a good pass. You don't go cross court when the other team is getting into the passing lanes. Nice pass that time. Nice recovery.
That was Timothy Smith with the bucket to give the lead back to the Bruins. Off the mark. Stolen by the Bruins, and then the foul is committed by Walter.
Samuel Davis, number 32, got the rebound and was fouled. Still no one-and-ones.
So the Bruins with a 1-point lead will bring it up a little more than halfway through the second period. In and out. Nice stick back on the offensive board by the Bruins. That was number 23, Timothy Smith again. Walter for three, no good. Price with the long rebound. Jason Price thought about it, then dishes it outside, double team inside, stolen by the Warriors. And the foul. Foul is called against Jeremy Van. That's his first.
And it's a two-shot foul. It looks like both teams are now in the bonus.
Derek Fenner at the free throw line is 1 of 3. Here's the replay. Fenner now 2 out of 4. Walter comes out for the Warriors rather, and Crocker's back in. Fenner hits 1 out of the 2, and the Bruins will bring it up, leading by a pair. In the corner, no good. Loose ball stuck in.
Number
Samuel
30,
Davis.
Who that Davis got it. Oh, nice putback that time by Willie Sherman.
Lucky he didn't get called for offensive.
Yeah, that was real close to still being on the rim. You're right.
Real close. Bruins with the ball and a 2-point lead. Now make that 4. Wendell Johnson has 6. Bodies rolling in the aisle there. Boy, I tell you, there's no lack of hustle on either one of these teams.
Boy, this is not for the faint of heart.
30-26 is our score. Here's some replay. Watch this hustle to get to the ball in the corner. You're going to see bodies just flying in the air.
Tim, both of these teams substitute quite liberally, and you need to with the pace of the game.
Price drives, puts it up, short.
And steals the ball.
13-footer, no good. So the Bruins miss 2, and back come the Warriors. And a traveling call against Kecoughtan.
Yeah, Booth held on to the ball and took a little extra step that time.
There you see the new and improved
Rivas kind
Bob,
of, boy, looking
the
good,
man,
isn't
huh?
he? He
Looking
looks
slim.
good.
Rivas did a good job of shedding that weight. Kept it off. Almost a backcourt violation.
That was a backcourt violation. You're
Yes, it
right,
was.
they missed that.
You cannot leave the front court and come back to the backcourt like that and get the ball. Bruins by 4, trying to make it more, and they do. That is a 2-pointer.
Wendell Johnson's got a nice stroke.
He's got 8 points, and the lead is 6. Off the mark, back come the Bruins. Johnson can't get that one. A minute 20 to go in the half. That's a good job of blocking out by the Bruins. But he couldn't hold on to it, and the ball will go over to Kecoughtan. (32-26). Minute 14 to go. Mark Harper in the corner. Three-pointer off the mark, no good. Stick back is good.
Rebound by Simmons. Boy, he came out of nowhere.
Robert Simmons cuts the lead to 4. Almost stolen, and it is stolen. 3 on 2, put it up, yes.
Nice job that time by, who was that, Fenner?
Fenner has 8, and the lead is back to a 2-point lead. Almost stolen by the Warriors. Jason Price, they're playing like there's a 15-second shot clock. There is no shot clock. The pace has just been ferocious.
You're right, Tim. This action up and down. I don't think the 15-shot clock would do anything good tonight.
Warriors now with a chance to tie or take the lead. We're down to 10 seconds. They'll try the three-pointer off the mark. And heavy contact, and traveling is the call.
He got a little help from his friend.
Yes, he did. So 5 seconds left in the half.
Well, they brought Brian Walter in. Tim, this young man can shoot the 3.
He is double teamed, finds the open man Jones, and at the buzzer, shot by Crocker.
Had a couple shots, couple tries.
Yep. Well, we've reached halftime, and it's been a good one. The score at halftime is Bethel 32 and Kecoughtan 30. We'll return to Kecoughtan High School for the third quarter of action after this brief timeout. Here at halftime, some halftime statistics for you, compliments of Mr. Bob Killen. For the Bethel Bruin boys, they were paced with Reginald Proctor leading the way with 6 points. Check that, 8 points rather for Wendell Johnson. 6 points for Proctor, 5 points for Faison, 4 points each for Smith and Davis. 3 points for Carlton and 2 points for Jason Price. And the Bruins hit 1 of 2 free throws. They had 7 offensive rebounds, 10 defensive rebounds, turned the ball over 7 times, had 7 assists led by Jason Price with 5, and they had 1 steal, that also by Jason Price. For the Warriors, they were paced by Derek Fenner, who had 8 points, 4 points for Robert Simmons, 3 points for Chris Willis, and then 2 points for about half a dozen players. Jamar Booth, Timor Proctor, Jan Jones, Willie Sherman, Philip Tyson, Brian Walter, and Sherrard Jones, all with 2 points. 1 point for Chris Heath to round out the scoring in the first half. For the Warriors, they had 18 rebounds, 9 of each, 11 turnovers. They had 4 more than the Bruins did. They had 6 assists, and they were able to successfully steal the ball 3 times. So as we get set to start the third quarter, it is a very close ball game as the Bruins leading by a pair. Big halftime activity here, Bob.
Yeah, we had a king and a queen crowned during halftime. Both teams coming right out, going man to man. Warriors going to go all over the course, put pressure on Jason Price.
And Price, with his quick move, doesn't get the ball to fall. The ball is knocked out of bounds.
A lot of pressure that time put on him by Willie Sherman. Sherman went up and knocked the ball away.
Last touch by the Warriors. It'll be Bruin ball underneath the basket. Price wants to get it down low for Proctor. Proctor has it knocked out of bounds. It'll belong to the Bruins. Tonight's game brought to you by Zooms, with 5 convenient Hampton locations. Zooms, great food, lots of Pepsi products. Zooms, the place to go. 5 convenient locations. And Walter called for the foul. Be a shooting foul, as they will say that Smith was in the act of shooting. So Timothy Smith will go to the free throw line. Just two attempts from the free throw line in the first half for the Bruins. And Smith hits both. Three-pointer off the mark. And the Bruins, Philip Carlton with the rebound. This is a three-pointer, no good. Offensive rebound, Carlton has it stolen. Nice feed from Mark Harper. So Harper joins about 8 other players who have scored, maybe 9. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Actually, 13 Warriors have scored.
You're all going to have to find some place down.
Get the move down.
I cannot see down here.
Bruins will inbound, leading by 2.
Good help defense by Walter that time. Oh, nice turnaround. Is that Proctor?
Yep.
He's impressed with me.
Reginald Proctor back the other way.
Wow, you talk about getting the ball down the court quick.
Derek Fenner returns the favor.
Well, that hurts you as a team. You go down, you work real hard, you get a basket, and boom, they go down on a fast break and get it right back. Proctor again. That's who I'd go to, Tim.
Oh, down low, he's just lethal. You know, he just hadn't missed.
Well, he didn't play a whole lot in the second quarter. He just caused.
Stolen right back. Nice feed. Fenner. Fenner makes it a 2-point game.
Defense will keep you in a ball game better than anything else. Nice rebound that time.
Willie Sherman.
Yeah, Willie's playing a real inspired game.
Blocking foul called against the Bruins. That'll be against number 12, Johnson. That's his first.
That's a shooting foul.
Chance for Fenner to tie the ball game. You watch the replay there. You can watch Fenner. He does not follow through. At least on that shot he didn't, and that made the difference.
let it follow through that time. You could see the difference. We got a family reunion going over here on your left.
Good steal.
You got to go to the ball. Nice move by the Warriors.
Robert Simmons made him pay and give the Warriors a 1-point lead. Right back the other way, Wendell Johnson with a bucket.
Well, that young man's not, I think he walked on the floor with his gun cocked because he will shoot in a heartbeat. The Bruins are in a zone.
Warriors down by 1. We've played 3 minutes here in the third quarter. All the way across the court to Fenner. Down low for Willie Sherman, off the mark. And the ball knocked out of bounds. They say it was last touched by the Bruins. There you see our score here in the third quarter. Bethel 40, Kecoughtan 39. Tim Cole, Bob Hintz, and Bob Killen coming to you from Kecoughtan High School. This game videotaped on the 8th of January, 1999.
Well, next a week from Saturday, we'll be over Kecoughtan, over Bethel with the Hampton Crabbers.
Walter from the corner, too strong. Offensive rebound. Sherman will try and hits.
Willie's really playing inspired this third quarter.
And stolen. Fenner at the other end. That should be goaltending, and it is. Yep.
That's the goaltending, you're right.
Hit
Good
the
call.
net while the ball was in the cylinder. So give the basket to Fenner. And the biggest lead of the ball game now, the Warriors up 43-40.
That's not a good place for you to sit. Thank you. Thank you.
Is there a runway going through here?
I think so, but we have this problem every time we come to Kecoughtan. This isn't new. And it's not just one side. They equal opportunity here to block it. Oh, nice job of putback that time. Looked like number 23 for the Bruins, Timothy Smith.
This cuts the Warrior lead to 1.
And I don't understand why the Bruins came out in the zone. They really looked good with that man-to-man. Maybe the coaches saw something I didn't.
Almost lost the ball into Sherman. No! So Sherman couldn't get it to fall, and Timothy Smith rebounds for the Bruins. And a foul at the other end. That will be a 3-point foul. 3 shots coming. Kurt Newsom? Is that Kurt?
Yes, it is. It isn't, it ought to be.
It looks like Kurt. At the free throw line is Johnson, his first visit there.
Mercedes Brown is here tonight, rooting on the Warriors.
Blocking our view. We're not immune to anyone, right?
That's right.
1 of 2 so far. Again, I remind the fans, if you're fouled while in the act of attempting a 3-point shot, you get 3 shots. So 2 out of 3 for Johnson. And the Bruins regain the lead now, 44-43. On the baseline, dish it outside, nice move.
Strong move by Willis.
Chris Willis has 5, and the lead goes back to the Warriors.
Now the Warrior picking them up at half court. Got 4 new ball players in there, does Rivas.
Loose ball, scramble, and the ball finally comes into the hands of Timothy Smith, who's got 10 now. 4-3, no good. Stick back, good.
Chris Willis just wanted that worse. Good offensive rebound and a stick back.
Warriors knock it out of bounds. It'll be Bruin ball.
We're going to have a timeout. I think the Bruins they look like they're kind of shell-shocked there, but Warriors really came out, Tim, and have really picked up the tempo on defense. We will pick a player of the game from both of these teams tonight. That player will receive a plaque and a shirt. Plaque comes from Buckwalder's Engraving. They're located on Kecoughtan Road. The shirt comes from the Island of Hardware and Sporting Goods, and they're located in Kecoughtan.
2:19 remaining here in a fast and furious third quarter.
Now let me explain one more time about the Math Zone. WHCS Channel 46 welcomes you to the Math Zone. This is a live, televised, interactive call-in program for students to get help with their math. Join Tyler Elementary teacher Cassandra Hamilton and Davis Middle School teacher Sherry Martin on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 5 to 6 p.m., 6:30 p.m. Call 850-5426. That's 850-5426 and join the Math Zone.
And you saw Mr. Braxton up there in the rafters. Nathaniel Braxton and Sarah Bowers working the high cameras. Ron ESPN Baton down on the floor.
He's down here where all the action is.
So far, he has not been part of the action. Been pretty close to him a couple of times. Bruins with the ball, and it's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Kecoughtan.
Yeah, must have been. I didn't see that, but Calvin Thomas right on the baseline.
Stolen by Kecoughtan. And a traveling call. So next Saturday night, the 16th, we will be at the home of the Bethel Bruins when they host the Hampton Crabbers. Always a battle. Jason Price gets the ball into the lane, and a foul is called.
I tell you what, that young Proctor gets the ball. He knows where to go with it. Good double pump that time, just couldn't get it to fall.
Watch the replay here. Proctor with 10 points, misses the first of 2. Can't hit either, so the Bruins, with a chance to regain the lead, missed the chance.
Might have found his Achilles heel, which is the foul line. Bruins now man-to-man. Harper got away with the push-off.
Proctor with the board. Bruins can't hit it. Back come the Warriors, up by 1. little more than a minute remaining in the third period. This is a three, and again, he didn't get his feet set. They just fired up.
Too quick.
And a foul on Jones.
That was a great job that time by number 23 for the Warriors, Timothy Smith, to draw that foul.
Wasn't he a wide receiver on the Bruins team?
Yep.
Thought he was. Football team. We'll even call him Tim from now on. How's that? Because that's how
I like Tim. I like Tim.
But the Bruins
are pathetic from the foul line in the second half.
Struggling. Four out of 8 in the second half from the free throw line. And they finally get some.
And we got a tie game.
Tied up at 47. Less than a minute to go in the third. Booth spins, has it partially blocked, and Proctor gets the loose ball.
See what he did to protect that ball? Tapped it to himself. Good rebounder.
He's a big kid, too. Smith, no. Proctor can't get the rebound. Back come the Warriors. Got it. Troy Green with his first basket of the ball game. And we've got a foul called. Careful, you're going to get more than a personal foul.
You got to be careful. You open your mouth up, you may get a technical, and that's another foul.
So that was a player control foul. Neither team in the bonus. Smith with 9 seconds on the clock, no good. And knocked out of bounds, last touch by the Bruins. 7 seconds on the clock. Booth will fire it up. No good, and a tap would not have countered had it gone. So just as close as the half was, Kecoughtan was down by 2, but they outscore the Bruins in the third period.
By 4.
Yeah. (19-15) was the scoring in the third period. So as we go into the fourth period, our game is about as close as they can get. Been a good ball game.
It really has been. No team has gotten more than maybe, about a 4 or 5 point lead, and that's about it, isn't it? One of our sponsors, of course, is Zooms. David Allen and Zooms is recognizing the senior on each of the basketball teams with the highest GPA. These players will receive a plaque for outstanding academic excellence. This will be presented at one of the school board meetings. Now, we got to be careful when I say a senior, because sometimes some of these teams don't have any seniors on them. So if that's the case, and you haven't been with the team since the beginning of the year, we will pick the top junior, but normally it's going to be the top senior. But we do thank David Allen and Zooms for helping us recognize these young players for their academic excellence.
Bob, have you gotten yourself a Furby yet?
No, but I got my daughter, both of my granddaughters, I got them a bedtime Bubba.
You got to get a Furby. We have our own.
You got one?
Yeah, we got one. It's the best fun I've had in a long time. But that's another story.
Well, I couldn't find a Furby.
Well, they were hard to find.
Bedtime Bubba.
We didn't get them. We didn't get them until after Christmas, but we found one. A couple of local retailers have had a fair. In fact, about 8 people from my office got them this week. I should have bought stock in that company. Fourth quarter just underway.
Oh, he got mugged.
Bruins trying to tie this ball game up. Smith can't get it to fall. Proctor follows again and hits.
I tell you what, that young man just keeps going.
Nice spinning move by Booth.
Might have been a little travel in there.
Mark Harper from the baseline hit it. Two-point lead for the homestanding Warriors. Price shot won't go. Followed by Proctor is good.
You got to be impressed with the way he plays on the boards. Now, if he can make his foul shots.
Tell you, down low, he's tough. He has been basically unstoppable within 5 feet of the bucket. Chance for the three-point
But if you
play.
notice, the tendency is not just to work the ball inside. They've got a well-rounded offensive unit out there, but it ends up being a 4-point play.
Wendell Johnson with the bucket. And a 2-point lead for the Bruins. Reverse layup, no good. Tied at 53.
Just the pass was just a little too hot to handle. And the Warriors are ready to go down and convert a turnover.
Reach-in foul committed by Willie Sherman.
Timeout. We got a 20-second timeout by the Bruins.
Here's some replay from the fast and furious action here of the second half. There was your foul as you saw Sherman reach in as the ball was fed low. Good crowd on hand for this game.
Excellent crowd.
Fortunately, no freezing weather to keep people off the roads. .606 left in regulation time. Bethel led by 6 after 1, by 2 after 2 periods, and then the Warriors took the lead by 2 after 3, and we're tied at 53 all.
Well, this is a 1-and-1 this time. He has a kind of a straight shot, does Proctor. Doesn't have much of a arc on it.
One out of 2 that time. And we've got action before the shot.
Calling a blocking foul before the on the spin move by Harper.
Yeah, that one will go against Price. Non-shooting foul. So the Warriors will inbound. Walter drives the lane, put it up. No good. Loose ball, finally controlled by Proctor.
And he went back down and got that rebound, Tim. Nice hustle.
Reggie Proctor with an impressive game here for the Bruins. Lead is up to 3 now for the visitors. Lazy pass almost picked off, and the Warriors got a break there.
And they really did, because it was stolen, and then young Wendell Johnson, number 12, got mugged, and it wasn't called.
Almost stolen again, and now it is by the Bruins. Rice's dish to Proctor, and he Throws up a wild shot. No lack of desire on either side of this court tonight.
Well, that kind of action.
Fast and furious. Here's some of the replay of the action.
I tell you, Coach Breon is wondering how come there wasn't a foul call. His player has the ball here, and he's kind of, I don't know how you got to jump out of that, but that's okay.
Warriors will inbound, down by 3.
You need to go over there. Hey, go!
Something happened, but I don't know what it was.
I have no idea, except that girl was questioning whatever it was she heard.
Actually, what happened was Proctor got another basket, and he got fouled. Now the Bruins up by 5. We have a chick magnet here to our left or something.
I guess that's what it is.
I'll tell you one thing, Proctor works out that thing with the free throws. He's going to be a good one. Traveling called against the Warriors.
Stephanie, get up with the ball. We got a timeout. I don't know who called it. 22nd. It's Bruin.
.431.
I tell you, if the people don't come here and see these ball games at the high school level, you can't ask for a better value for your dollar, Tim. This action is great. You get to see 2 good games. You get here early. You get to see 3 because there'll be a JV contest. Either JV girls or the JV boys. One of the 2 are going to be playing. But what a great contest.
Bruins want to get it down low. They do. Oh. Smith has got the basket, and a foul is called.
And I think we got a foul on Proctor this time. Reggie.
So the basket counts. It gives the Bruins a 7-point lead. A foul on Proctor during the play, but it happened simultaneous with the basket,
right.
So the basket counts.
Right, and it's not a 1-and-1 yet, I don't think.
No, apparently not.
But that's it's got to be the biggest lead tonight by either team.
And the Warriors can't control it as they lose the ball out of bounds.
I had no idea what happened, other than the whistle blew and Bruins get the ball.
We do get a little spoiled when we go to the H-Shoot Convocation Center, don't we?
We do.
Smith, no good. Tip, no good. Smith again. And the Warriors come out with the ball. This is Booth to Simmons, and a whistle.
Tim, down there just a minute ago, there were 2 Bruins battling each other for the rebound. Had they been aware, they would have got an easy basket.
Revis Conrad, the longtime coach of the Warriors, looking on.
I think Reggie Proctor's got to come out, Tim. I notice he's got a Band-Aid on his eye, and now he looks like he may have cut his finger or something, so he's got to come out.
So that's a blow to the offense as Proctor will have to rush off to the locker room. Of course, there cannot be any player on the court if they have blood from a cut or something of that nature, so they've got to have that taken care of. And we've got heavy contact and a whistle. Let's see how this one gets called.
Oh, it's got to be called on number 32 for the Bruins, Davis, and I think it put Willie. Maybe that's the 1-1 yet? No, still not 1-1. And we got almost just 3.5 to go in the game.
Watch the replay. Back to the live action. There's our main man on the floor amidst all of the action, Ron Baton.
42 that time. Called against the Devar Faison.
This will be 2 shots coming for Jabbar Booth. He has a basket, and this is his first visit to the free throw line. That is the time remaining in regulation. 60-53, a 7-point lead for the Bruins. One out of 2 for Booth. Jones checks in for Kecoughtan, replacing Willis. Full court pressure, and it almost paid off. The Bruins get it back for Proctor.
Nice pass, and nice catch by Proctor.
So Proctor was out of the game for only a minimal amount of time. Fenner can't get the ball to go. Rebound for the Warriors, put back in by Simmons.
Good job.
8 points for Robert Simmons, and the lead is 6. Jason Price.
Ooh, what a move.
Just the second basket for Price.
Well, I tell you, put the afterburners on to get that one.
Back come the Bruins. And Price is hammered. Foul is called against Jones of Kecoughtan. Price will be going to the free throw line. Both teams in the bonus, and now a timeout has been called, I believe, by Kecoughtan.
And that's a full timeout. We got to be thinking of player of the game. The Buck Waller engraving, BC engraving, Island Hardware Sporting Goods, player of the game.
That's a mouthful. Watch some of the replay here. That's the play where Price was hammered, got the basket.
Number again, 7-5-3-3-5.
8-point lead for the Bruins. Chance for Price to make it a 9-pointer. Well, you know, you want to pick one and I'll pick one, or how do you want to do it?
Well, I got to go with, I'm going to go with Proctor with the Bruins.
Easy.
He just has amazed me. And Tim, he's got a lot of points, but he has not been flashy, just been very fundamentally sound, rebounding and getting to the basket.
I think Proctor's the obvious choice for the Bruins. There's several candidates for Kecoughtan, but I'm going to go with Derek Fenner. He's done well. He's got, let's see, 8, 10, 12, 14. About 17 points. So my choice will be Derek Fenner on the Warriors side of the ball. Price missed the first and hits the second. A 9-point lead, as large as they've had in this contest. Jones to the basket and draws the foul.
Yeah, Jones could have very well been called for the offensive foul that time.
Yes, he could have. Instead, it went the other way, but you're absolutely right, because he was a little bit out of control.
Well, and what kind of give you a gauge of that is if he drops his shoulder and puts it in. That's exactly what he did, dropped his shoulder and really hit the young man in the chest that was guarding him. But that's not a bad move. That's a great move, because most of the time it's going to be called against the defense. And if you're Kecoughtan, you want to score points with the clock stopped.
Only one of two. Walter back in, Jones is out. The difference is 8 points with 2:39 remaining. Jason Price gets knocked to the floor.
Well, he jammed his finger.
Yeah, or his wrist. He's actually holding his wrist now. Nothing nothing timid about this game, this non-contact sport called basketball.
Well, and if you got to throw the ball into bounds underneath the basket, you got to be ready to make a quick decision. And there was a man open, and the guy throwing the ball in the basket was looking for the guard. Well, sometimes you got to get whoever's open.
Simmons has 10 points for the Warriors, and the lead is 6. Proctor did a good job of regaining control of the ball.
He really did.
Walter will try a three. No good. Loose ball picked up by the Warriors. Outside shot, no good by Simmons. Rebound comes off to Proctor. Now check that 42 rather, that's Faison.
And they're getting knocked around and knocked down, and who said that this wasn't a contact sport?
4 seconds, less than 2 minutes remaining.
Got to do at least once a game,
got to get
right?
them in this. Here's your replay. You're going to watch this. This is some heavy contact here. Kaboom. Javier Faison, his first visit to the free throw line. And again, both teams struggling from the free throw line. Ten misses for the Bruins from the free throw line in the game.
Well, he sunk that one.
9 points is the lead. For three, no good. That should be a foul on Willie Sherman. And it is.
That's not a bad foul. You're fouling somebody that's not real comfortable at the foul line. Kecoughtan just cannot buy an outside basket. Well, nice stroke that time. Different movement on the foul line that time by a young man facing. Looked more relaxed, good follow through, good wrist action. And as soon as I said that, he missed his name, but he's 2 of 4 in the last 2 trips. Oh, now that could be almost an intentional. Well, he's not going to call an attention.
Breon wanted it.
Yeah, if I was coaching over there, I would have asked for it too. You have a problem now with your big foot, are you?
I think so. Wendell Johnson at the free throw line. This is the time when if you're the Bruins and you can hit some free throws, you can put this game away.
Yeah.
Up by 11 with 1:31 to go. So Wendell Johnson 4 out of 5 from the free throw line. Walker for three.
Rainbow.
Now the Warriors will call a 20-second timeout.
He gets on a streak. He's a streak shooter.
Well, that's one in a row.
Oh, that's true.
It's his only score of the second half, so he's on a streak now. But the lead is down to 9, but time is running out on the Warriors. 1:21 to go. I want to thank our crew as usual.
I tell you.
Got a huge crew tonight. We got, and I finally got the right spot, Don Charouse in the van. As Price hits the deck again. Andy Foley working in there. Bianca Petaway. We got your Bev Penn, Scotty Bowers. That place is crowded.
Man, they got a new truck. Everybody wants to be in it.
Of course, in the arena ourselves, we've got Bob Killen doing the statistics for us. Ron Baton on the floor, Sarah Bowers and Nathaniel Braxton on the high cameras. Appreciate their always effort, their wonderful effort. These guys do a great job. Price now, 2 out of 3 from the free throw line. Of course, I want to make sure to thank Bob Instant Statman Killen.
Absolutely.
Price 1 out of 2. 10-point lead. Warriors. Harper. Walter is open, long 3, no good. Proctor with the rebound.
And I didn't see the turnover.
Your choice of player of the game also has 12 rebounds to go along with all of his fine points. Booth scores, and with 51 seconds remaining, Kecoughtan calls another timeout. Down by 8. .23 points unofficially in the game for Reginald Proctor. Wendell Johnson's had a good game too. He had 8 at halftime, and he has added 8 more. He's got 16. 13 for Tim Smith. 7 for Faison. For Kecoughtan, Derek Fenner, my choice for player of the game on the Warriors side. 15 points for Fenner. 7 for Chris Willis. Robert Simmons with 10. Warriors spread the scoring around rather evenly. They had 13 different players who had scored.
Wow. Fouls on Mark Harper, number 3.
So the Bruins will get some free throws out of this with 48 seconds remaining. Well, it's been a good start to our regular season, Bob. It's been a very entertaining ball game.
Very competitive ball game.
Next Saturday night, we will be at Bethel High School as they will host the Hampton Crabbers. Rice hits the first. And has the second as well, as he is 4 out of 6 from the free throw line. Harper will try the three, no good. Proctor with the rebound, knocked out of bounds. They say it was last touched by a Warrior.
Knocked out of his hand.
I don't know. I tell you, between the two sports, football and basketball, I think the basketball is the more contact sport of the two, and yet no padding, hard floors, and all that good stuff. These guys have been going at it.
They really have.
Big time for 31.5 minutes. Walter will try the three, no good. Fenner will drive, put it up, no good. Tap, no good. And it's just getting real rough in there now. And the Warriors they have to crash the boards.
They have to do that, you're right.
28 seconds to go. I believe Walter has fouled out of the ballgame, I believe.
I think he has.
Went back to get a soft drink during halftime, ran into Chris Moran. That is his sister that plays for the girls squad. And he said to be sure and say hello to everybody. Cookie was his brother. I couldn't remember what his brother's nickname was. It was Cookie Moran, and he was, of course, Chris Moran, played linebacker for the Bruins.
That's right.
Well, Mr. Proctor has a real nice inside game, and he's going working on the charity stripe for another day, I think.
I think so.
Although he does rattle that one home. Just 2 out of 8 from the free throw line. The boy has been a terror underneath the basket. Sherman can't get the shot to go down. And 15 seconds left. So Derek Fenner will have a chance to add to his totals. There you see a good look at young Derek. He's hit 2 in a row. Nobody can seem to hit both.
The rebound by Proctor and a jam.
Unofficially in the ball game, Proctor ends up with 26, 20 of those coming in the second half.
And he had at least 18 rebounds because Bob said he had 17. I saw one more at least.
Yep. So a fine effort. The player of the game for the Bruins, Reginald Proctor, Derek Fenner, is the recipient of that award for the Kecoughtan Warriors. But the final score, it finds the Bruins improving their record to 3-4 in the district and 5-5 overall, while Kecoughtan falls to 1-7 overall as well as the district. So that's going to do it for us here from Kecoughtan High School. I want to thank our crew again and all the fine folks on hand here to help us out at Kecoughtan.
Absolutely.
Final score again is Bethel 77, Kecoughtan 65. For Bob Hintz and Bob Killen, this is Tim Cole. Thanks for watching. Good night, everybody.